Well, today my head was running like a bunch of wild horses all corralled in the same too small area with just sand, and they don't like it. My thoughts were kicking up sand, and I was running here and running there. And what I thought was so interesting was my default setting today was joy. I just was so happy about the sun being out and being able to see families walking around together and Todd being out, not looking at me like he was a survivor of some horrific trauma and can I please cure him of everything that's ever happened to him. And I was thinking about how we are. The way I think about myself is so full of just error thinking. You know, we're like trying to put ourselves in a jar, screw the lid on so hard we can never get it open again, and slap a label on it. But I think we're more like various types of paintings. Sometimes when I go out and I walk down the street, it's very watercolor, soft, blending, dripping. It's not any one thing. Other times, it's like an oil painting, and it takes a week for me to dry, to set, whatever I am. It just not, don't touch it yet. And sometimes it's an ink drawing with a beautiful pen. Sometimes it's an ink drawing with a stick, like my art professor used to have us do. We would go out and find a stick and then work with that for the week so we could get a feel for line. And I think we have to be in a place of such deep curiosity that we never stop and say to ourselves, I am this. I am this thing. But I do notice increments. When I couldn't walk for 15 months, sit or drive, because my hip was so fractured, it was just not working at all. The socket didn't hold the ball. They were just kind of running around loosely. And the surgeon was very careful to explain that it would take time, that getting back the function I had 5 years ago was going to take time. But I think the thing that I really find so encouraging is when my mind is trained to see the incremental improvements. The fact that I no longer leave the lid off of the toothpaste, the fact that I put items back where I picked them up from, instead of playing hide and go seek or warmer, cooler with myself. The fact that I'm getting more and more at ease with going out and driving and going to crowded places. But it's really important in the relationship we have with our ego that we notice the incremental improvements. I liken it to, I'm having trouble seeing, and then I take my glasses off and I see they're smeared. So we clean the glasses. And cleaning your glasses is the same thing as being mindful. You got that? Same thing. Now I can see. Now I am in a place where I'm using my perception to get a picture, to get an image, to get an understanding of what I'm doing right now. And for me, and I think for a lot of my friends, what we're doing right now, and my throat has just been like this for weeks, is upgrading. You know, we can say to ourselves, oh, I'm terrible. I'm doing the same things. I'm never getting ahead. I'm blah, 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 blah. We can say that, or we can become smudge free, cleaning our glasses and understanding that if you look at 6 months ago or a year ago or 2 years ago, and you set intentions to make yourself into what I call a grown-ass adult. That's my goal. I want to get there in this life. A grown-ass adult, baby. And not a whining, wailing, spiteful, hateful child. And we look at the increments, at the little baby steps, at the things we're doing with so much kindness and so much compassion for ourselves and so much joy about being able to feel more joy. And I was noticing that today as I was out driving. It was so good. A woman ahead of me at Walmart was saying her back hurt, and I told her about the Wim Hof cold bath. And she says, oh, as soon as I get home, I'm going to try that. And, you know, I mentioned something to somebody else, like this is a really good product. And those sparks that happened between me and another person, the smile, the appreciation for the adorable, cute children they have, just, who knows, some kind of energy transference where I'm recognizing that this person is somebody who has a high vibration, has joy, has something wonderful about them. And I respond to it, and they respond to me responding to it. Now we're creating our world. It's like having a decorator come in and say, those pillows do not go with the frame on your artwork. Don't have them in here. And then you change the pillows out. You have a home improvement guy come in and say, your plumbing is not working correctly. Let's just clean out those pipes. And then your pipes work correctly. So it's not horrendously difficult to just focus on increments, the next thing. And for a long time, it's like walking a path in the dark. You're not sure where the path is, but you stay on it as best you can. And then when you get to a high vantage point, you can turn around and you can see how far you've come. And you can see how the persistence, the intention, the repetition has not just changed where you're headed, it's changed you, who you are. And the big payoff for this is that it gets easier and easier to act with faith in yourself. Trust yourself. I know I can learn this. I know I can solve this. I know I'm getting healthier because we persisted and we were able to experience it. So that's what I was thinking about today. I was thinking about repetition, persistence, intention, and embracing the fact that we are never this thing.